moving on. Yeah, I want to start with AJ Hinch because AJ Hinch clearly had Stephen Vogt squirming from almost inning one of the game because AJ Hinch started Cater Montero. And when Stephen Vogt was doing his scouting, he probably looked at Cater Montero as somebody who was going to actually start, not somebody who was going to open. And what did Cater Montero do? He pitched a 1-2-3 first on 6 pitches, getting out Stephen Kwan and Jose Ramirez, and then he was immediately yanked for Brant Herter. What does that force Stephen Vogt to do? He had hit at the beginning of his lineup 2 left-handed platoon players, Kyle Manzardo and Will Brennan. So the second that Stephen Vogt saw Brant Herter in the game for the Tigers, he decided to go to his bench right away. And in the top of the second, he hit John Kensky Noel for Will Brennan. And in the top of the third, Stephen Vogt pinch hit David Fry for Kyle Manzardo. And what that does right away is that later on in the game, when you have other instances where you can play the matchup, say if you're Stephen Vogt and you see Bo Brisky on the mound, you might say to yourself, oh, Kyle Manzardo, grab a bat. Oh, that's right, I already burned him. Yep. Oh, Will Brennan, go grab yourself a bat. Oh, that's right, I already burned him. In the second and third inning, 2 of your better left-handed bats in terms of platoon bats were already gone, and it was just because Stephen Vogt panicked. If I were Stephen Vogt, I would have just probably kept the lineup the same, but at that point, the Tigers had already taken a 1-0 lead. The Cleveland had lost home field advantage, and I think Stephen Vogt panicked, and AJ Hinch absolutely managed circles around Stephen Vogt. And I respect Stephen Vogt, but I think after that performance, I know that it's a regular season award. The Manager of the Year award is AJ Hinch's and AJ Hinch's only.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And what I love is how he has managed to study and keep this ship steady amidst all of the ups and downs. We've seen this team be resilient. So after that Game 1 loss, where they got absolutely obliterated in that first inning, they still settled down within that game, to KG's point. That was something I remember you trumpeted several times after that game. Like, nah, they still had opportunities to get back into this. And I do believe that how battle-tested they were, how resilient, weathered they were from the season plays a big role and a big part in what they're doing right now, especially after you get a little bit healthy. You make a few tweaks to your roster at the trade deadline. You bring up a couple more players, like you stated, that weren't even here on the opening day roster, and it gives AJ Hinch everything he needs to do what he has to do. And it's a beautiful thing to see that AJ Hinch, we've continued to say this, he's like a puppet master, man, just kind of pulling he is definitely pulling all of the right strings right now.
Oh, he absolutely is. And Chuck Brewer even furthers my point, and he had to pinch hit for a batter who never saw a pitch. Yeah, Will Brennan never even took an at-bat before he was yanked for John Kensky Noel, just because Hinch had brought in a lefty in Brant Herter. And I get it, Brant Herter had outings where he bulk pitched 5 innings, but I think that was an absolute panic move by a Vogt, and AJ Hinch completely won the chess match and outsmarted, and definitely outsmarted.
He got what he wanted anyway.
Absolutely, got what he wanted anyway.